Today, on a 9-minute late episode of The Grid, it is Blind Photo Critique Day. This is the day where people submit images and we basically take their heart out of their chest, stomp on it on the floor, and put it back inside their chest where it barely begins to beat again. But that's what we do. Why? Because we care. We're Care Bears, especially Mr. Kuna, who is here in the house. It's because of love. It's tough love is what it is. We've got some news. We have a workshop update. We've got some wonderful giveaways, more than we should give away. And despite the fact that we have a mixed bag of images today, I believe it's going to be a fine day on The Grid. And it all starts in just 14.9 seconds.
The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
I like it.
He started the graphic before I could say let's go. So
let's go.
Let's go. Welcome,
hey, look
everybody.
At that jib.
Sorry about the late start today. We had a computer go down right before we were going to go live.
Can you imagine this? A Windows update took the show down.
A Windows update. That's shocking.
Shocking.
All right, let me tell you about today. Today is Blind Photo Critique Day, and what I'm going to tell you about today's Blind Photo Critiques is there are so many photos where they did everything right, but one thing is killing the shot.
But that'll be good because then we could just immediately help you.
And at the end of the show, we're going to do our nods. So I have about 20 photos at the very end that are just good photos.
Yes,
we're not
what can we
critiquing them.
say?
We're just going, these are nice.
There we go.
So those are coming up at the end of the show, or we're going to call them nods, what we're doing.
Yep.
Let's see what else is going on. My Venice workshop is sold out. Our Tokyo workshop for me and Mr. Kuna is sold out. But so the last tickets were bought by people who were on my newsletter list. If you aren't on the newsletter list, go to scottkelbyworkshops.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, get on the early notice thing. By the way, you see that Dubai thing right there? For November? I don't think that's happening. Yeah,
there'll be another one.
There'll be another one, but I just don't think, from what I've talked to people, they're like, I'm not going to the Middle East.
It's dubious.
It's dubious Dubai, so unfortunately it's probably not going to happen
That'd be the
this
name,
year.
Dubious Dubai.
Dubious Dubai. Anyway, but that's what's coming. We do have Paris coming this fall, so that'll be nice.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, so get on that wait list right there.
Get on that wait list right there. All right. What else we got going?
iPhone conference coming up next week.
Oh, next week. It's next week.
So there won't be a grid next week.
There will not be a grid,
because
but there will be an
iPhone photography conference next week.
Going on right in the middle of it. We've had great signups for it. If you want to come and check it out, I got a couple of killer classes for you as well. I'm teaching 2 sessions during the conference, but it's a great group of instructors, including some instructors who have traditionally kind of shied away from the iPhone, but they've finally seen the light. And so I think it's going to be great.
Well,
it's going to be terrific.
At the end of the day, the iPhone is a awesome mirrorless camera.
Yes, it is. It is an awesome mirrorless camera, and it gets awesome all the time. And I have a whole thing with settings and things. I do 20 of my favorite iPhone tips, 20, and it's rapid fire. But I've got some great settings for you. It says iPhone tips and tricks, but it's actually called Scott's Top Favorite 20 iPhone Photography Tips. So anyway, lots of great classes. It's 2 days, 2 tracks, and you get to stream the entire conference for a year.
I'm really excited about a lot of the classes on the list. That's what I love about doing this stuff, because we get to watch all the classes.
Yeah, we get to watch the classes too. All right, so that's what's coming up next week. Go to KelbyOne Live and sign up right now while you're thinking about it. Don't miss out, because it's going to be awesome and you're going to love it. All right, let's see what else is going on. I have the images together for my Adobe Spark page, but I don't have all the text.
Okay.
But I have lots of images that I wasn't able to show last week on the grid. I finally got to go through my images. It's taken a while, but I got through them. I'm almost there. I'll post it on lightroomkillertips.com. I'm hoping on Friday with a link to it if you get a chance to go check those out.
All right.
Let me see what else is going on. I think that's pretty much it. We ready to jump into some images?
Yes, let's jump in. And
all right.
Before we get there, though, we've got Stuart saying it's Who should quit and sell their gear day on the grid. And
Yes.
then Tim saying hi from Kissimmee, Elizabeth saying hi from Wisconsin, Barbara saying hi from Southern California, Amy saying hi from Maryland, Karen from Idaho. So we got people joining us all over the world. And if those people want to win prizes,
How do they win prizes?
We're going to be giving away prizes. So we've got a Platypod handle to give away today. So somebody's going to win this. And if you haven't seen, the Platypod handle is a great accessory for the Delta, which I love this thing. I've been using this thing like crazy.
You can just go buy the Delta now,
yes,
right?
you can go buy
you don't
it.
Have to do the
well,
Kickstarter.
it's still, I think
You're
they
still
gotta-
waiting on it.
It's still waiting on it, but you'll be right behind those Kickstarter people.
Yeah, and we're
so
just a couple of weeks away from the first
couple
people
weeks
getting their Deltas.
Yeah. And then we're giving away a copy of, speaking of iPhone, the iPhone photography book.
What?
Right? Best-selling book on the iPhone photography right there. You can get that over on Amazon.
Look
but
how many
somebody's gonna
ratings
win.
it has. It has 635 ratings.
Somebody's going to win that today. And then the Crush the Composition book. So you can get this over on Amazon as well. But somebody's going to win that today. And then I'm not sure if we have any other prizes because I don't have my little...
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Oh, well,
there
there's
we are.
more
There we
prizes.
are.
Here we
more
go.
More prizes. So On One No Noise 2024, which I'm thinking it's going to be updated for 2025 pretty soon. But it's an awesome plugin for removing noise and adding sharpening into your images. So somebody's going to win On One No Noise 2024. Then a V-Flat from V-Flat World. Now this is for US shipping only, but everybody can get a discount on a V-Flat by using that code Kelby10 at checkout, and they'll get 10% off their V-Flat. So all you got to do is enter the contest to just tell us what you want to win in the comments, no matter where you're at. We monitor all the different chats. And then in those chats, if there's any questions or anything, just ask us. So let's get to some images now.
All right, let's take a look at our first set of images here. Here we
that
go.
One looks really nice. I like it.
All right. So great subjects. Your subjects are great. And this is one of those ones I was talking about where
it's like one little thing.
You did.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's big things. It's big things. All right. Here's what you did right. The lighting, like on her face, looks great. Her styling looks really great. The idea of putting the newspapers behind her looks great. The problem is this. There's two problems here. Number one, look at the shadows she's casting on there.
Yeah.
You should not see that.
It's
She
pretty
should
harsh.
be. Now, I know the person that took this might say, well, I didn't have a big enough space to move her forward some. Well, if you don't have enough space, you wind up with the issues. That shadow shouldn't be back there. That shadow should be on the floor.
Yeah, and what you're saying, if you brought her up, that shadow would be cast off the
Right, and it
off
would
the
not
frame.
be on the background. So that looks bad. Number two is you shot this from a standing position, but it's a full-length shot. You should have been at least on your knees or sitting on the floor because the perspective is messed up. So this shot would look a lot better. It would be more flattering for your subject. And you wouldn't have that shadows nearly as much if you had gotten down low. So that's number one.
Yeah, but what I love about that shot, though, is the storytelling and the the
there's
scene.
a lot.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You're doing really good
There's
stuff.
a lot of good stuff going on
you
here.
just need to tweak.
Yeah, but these little things, they wind up
They
being
matter.
big things. This one's really nice all the way around, except for her shirt is the brightest thing in the photo, and it shouldn't be. This is one you can fix in Lightroom. Just go to Lightroom's masking tool, go to the linear gradient, lower the exposure, and let's see if I drag it the right way. What are the chances? Nope.
Nope. There we go.
Something like this, right? Maybe not that dark. But her face should be the brightest thing in the photo easily.
Yeah, so it's like half stop.
Right. It's like about a half a stop. Let's take a look at side by side. See how bright that shirt is? It should not be for a portrait. And other than that, I think it's cropped well. You could probably crop it a little higher. But from the bottom, I'd crop it from the bottom a little higher. It's going through what I'd say is an uncomfortable crop area, bringing it up a little bit. But this is nice too, and I like what you're doing with your lighting. You know, it's a very clean light. All right. Then the last one, I don't think that pink light is working back there at all. I don't think that pink light is helping you in any way. And you cut off her purse. Great subject. Again, she's got a great subject. However, there's also, you left hot spots. A big hot spot up here and a big hot spot here on her nose, on the bridge. All of this, all those hot spots need to be dealt with. So I would say a little bit of more retouching, move her further away, and that pink light is just not working. That would be fine on like a white background or something, but it's not working with these newspapers. It just looks funky. So what it is, it's all really good, except you're just kind of missing that one piece of the puzzle. But I want to applaud you because you have a great subject. Your subjects are great. Your lighting is great. You're doing good on the stuff that people struggle with. And if you were here, you'd probably tell me, Scott, I didn't have any more space. I couldn't. I
get more space.
You got to do the same thing someplace where there's more space.
Yeah, you're like right there.
Yeah, you're right there.
Got to like tweak.
All right, but you're very close. All right, let's look at next. We have 3 shots. Here's 1, and 2, and 3. All right.
Oh, I like the third one.
The first one is you literally process this so much that you brought this beautiful plane within an inch of its death.
Yeah, you can see the glow around the whole plane.
Oh my gosh,
the whole plane.
This is way, way, way too overprocessed. Look, all right. First off, you have so much processing on here. Well, first off, it's a very obvious looking sky replacement.
Yep.
It doesn't look really like it. It doesn't look like that plane was there.
Well, especially you can see it in the props.
Yeah, your top prop is cutting out. It's like cut right in half. That's not good.
Yeah.
Number 2, there's a white outline around the entire plane.
Yep.
Do you see that white outline all the way around the plane? Number 3, it's grossly over sharpened and clarity. I mean, it's just as a post-processing disaster.
Well, and it's got a sunset reflection in it with a midday sun.
Yeah.
Which could be also that just the toning on the plane, but the toning on the plane is like golden.
Yeah.
And the toning on the background is cool.
All right. So I would just say, throw this in the trash and start over. You've got the original raw file that you took from this. It's a great looking plane and you shot it at the right angle.
Yeah.
Find a better sky. And find a sky with less going on. It's a great shot. It's a great photograph that has been destroyed by your post-processing. Now, the next one over, it has a much less interesting sky, but still it's pretty good. It's just over-sharpened to death. And if you look, the whole plane
the glow
has a white glow. So the other one has a black glow and a white glow. This one just has, it has a little bit of black glow on the tail. But it's just, these are post-processing shots. Here's what's driving me crazy about your photography. Your photography is good. Your post-processing is very, very bad. Bad. Tragic. Bad. Now, it's easier to fix the post-processing than it is to fix the bad photography.
Correct.
If you had bad photography, we're in trouble. All you have to do is start over with these. And if you think these are at 100, take them back to like 60. Say, this is where I think it should be. That's probably not right. Back it off to 60 and it'll be right. The third shot is clearly the best.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. You know, you can see the door in it, and there's just enough detail. There's good light.
Yeah.
The only thing that would make this better is if this guy on the right wasn't there.
Yeah.
That would really, really be good. But I mean, you got to deal with what you got to deal with. Yeah, it doesn't look like this was a photo shoot.
No.
This looks like they're jumping out of a plane, and you were able to go along and you captured a great image. It is a little crispy, but it's not anywhere near as crispy as the other ones. So 1 out of 3 ain't bad. It's actually 3 good photos and 2 really.
You could recover the first 2 with just better post.
Yep, with better post. All right, let's roll on. No 3.
Thumbnails look good.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself, Mr. Kuna.
Thumbnails look good. Okay, it's got some weird glows.
It's got bad sky replacement.
Yeah, weird glows.
Oh, it's bad. So let me tell you how you can tell it's a bad sky replacement. First off, that sky does not look like that's what was there. This is Venice's Grand Canal. and look at the top of the dome.
Yeah.
So
The
what
dark glow.
Yeah, there's a glow around the dome. There's a white glow around the outside. There's a dark glow, but whatever happened with the sky is bleeding into the top of the dome.
Yeah.
And that's not right. And there's the white glows on the other two little towers. This whole, and it does look a little crispy as far as like sharpening or clarity. I'm going to think it's too much clarity. We go to the next one. It looks funky again. The sky just is either. I don't think that is the real sky, but let's just pretend that it is. It's too vibrant.
I don't think it is because the
I don't think it
building's
is
being
either.
lit from the front and the clouds are being lit from
behind. Yeah, I don't think it is.
There you go.
Okay. So I don't think that is. And that's where I think that is where in Venice where they actually build the gondolas. Yeah. That is there's two
This
gondola
is one where there's
stores.
potential there, but it's like it's cooked. It's cooked a lot.
Yeah. This is the best of the three. And I want to think that sky is real.
But you're questioning it.
But I'm questioning it.
I'm questioning it too.
I don't think that it is the real sky. However, what I do like about this is I love the one lone old boat here.
Yep.
This is in Florence, Florence, Italy, and I do love that. So I think that again, the whole thing looks a little crunchy, but
yeah, definitely. I think with all three, it's like back off like 20%.
Yeah,
25%.
Yeah. But it starts with finding more realistic skies. It is an art. You have to try a lot of skies to find the one that you want. And that's where I would go with these. All right, let's look at another one. All right. Adorable little girls.
Blue bird.
Blue bird. That's a bluebird.
That's a bluebird.
And another adorable little girl. All right. So right here, I want you to read my shirt today. Fix your freaking white balance. Come on, they're blue. What do they do, Eric, on CSI when they want to have somebody laying there dead in the morgue? What do? They
make them blue.
They make them look
green.
blue.
Blue-green.
All right, so let's just open these two up. First off, I think inside of this picture is a much better picture. Let's go and first crop this right. I think this tall crop is not happening. Press the letter X, and then I think that the photo's right here. That's where the photo is. Instead of them being a little far away in the awkward positions of the feet here, now you've got this. Now, let's go do the color. So people look better warm. Warm, everybody. So
especially for people.
Let's go over here and move them a little towards. Now, they look a little greenish.
Yeah, bring us to that
so
magenta.
move the magenta in, and let's get a decent skin tone for them. Look at the skin tone difference. Come on, look how blue they were.
It's like you brought life into it. You brought life into it.
Yeah, and this is such an easy thing. Let me tell you why it is so important to get your color right. Because if your white balance is right, it isn't right. If your white balance is not right, that means your color's not right. And if your color's not right, your color is wrong. There's no in between. Your color looks good or it doesn't look good. Where is it the most obvious? In photographs of people. We know what skin tone's supposed to look like. Guys, every time we do this, every time, blue people.
Yes, because if your skin tone is blue, they're going to send you to the hospital because you're lacking oxygen in your blood.
You're lacking oxygen in your blood.
And it's going to be like, we need to get them in the emergency room.
I mean, I'm just finishing off by adding a little vignette and maybe pull back the highlights a little. So, and then you might open up the shadows a little on the little girls.
Yeah. So see, there we go.
And it's a quick fix.
That took off the muddiness or the haziness to the photo by increasing that contrast.
Yeah, there you go. It's an easy, quick fix. There, you got two adorable little girls there. All right, so that's that one. That one's just, I think it's a crop and a little bit of color. The blue bird, I doubt that bird is blue.
Well, that bird should be white. We all know that. We all know that.
Well, do you though?
We know that.
Let's go to the color thing. Let's grab the little eyedropper and click on something that should be a light gray. And then let's just pull down the brightness a bit. That's still a little tad blue.
Highlights.
It's a little tad blue.
There we go.
I'm still not happy
Yeah, you
with
can
the
push
blue.
it a little bit more. But look how far it was off.
It was way off.
And now even look at the grass. The grass looks like I would imagine grass would look.
How blue was that bird?
Like,
Yeah.
that's yeah, because you can see now you've got like the warmth in the grass, the warmth in
And
the
it's
water.
taken in the right light later in the day, and
Yeah.
the water wouldn't be that blue.
Yeah, it's like the
later
white.
in the
You're
day.
you're working against yourself with the white balance. You had a better shot, and it's being hidden by the white balance.
Now this one, look, her white balance
Yep.
looks good, right? She
Yeah.
looks good. It's a little tight. Like for example, let me just open it in Photoshop. What I got to do here? Hold on. Let me open it in Photoshop. What you really need here is, and we're going to cheat just to make this example, is again,
generative expand.
she is too tight. Make sure you choose generative expand up here. Give it 12 seconds, which is all it needs.
All right, and I got
Holly's
a question.
got a really good question, yeah.
I got a question for you once this is done.
All right, that's not a good one. Try the second variation. There.
that's better.
Third variation. There you go.
That's better.
Yeah. So you need that extra breathing room. Look how tight it was.
Yeah.
Right? That extra. And by the way, when you do that big of a generative fill, to get the quality better, go to whichever variation you chose, and you see how there's a thing that says up.
Yep.
That's going to up the resolution of that area. So click this and give it a second. There it goes, enhancing the detail, and it ups the resolution of the area that you just
Boom.
added.
Nice.
So yeah, and you could also add a little below, by the way. It needs a little down below.
Yeah, a little
as
breathing
well.
room there.
Yeah, everything's just a little too tight. Let's go right to maybe there. And give it another 12 seconds, and we'll get that nice wood in there, and then you're set.
Yeah, just
But,
give it some
ooh,
air around the
She's
photo.
like right on that toe. Watch it add another toe. No, it did
Oh,
okay.
pretty good.
There we go. Second one there. It's
That's
usually
nice.
Yeah, that's nice, and the lighting is good. And you got nice shadows
And
on her
that one,
face.
that one, the white balance is good. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
white balance is
yeah.
right on the money.
All right, so question from Holly. How do you know when you over sharpen other than the white outline around the on the subject?
So Holly, what it is a lot of times is the photo just looks crunchy. Like
That's the word I would
photos
use,
shouldn't
yeah.
look crunchy. You
Yeah.
know, you want them to be sharp and you want them to be crisp. But when you go too far, you start getting little artifacts in the photo. It starts to look crunchy is the word we use.
Yeah, it's like
because
over process. It's
Yeah.
just that over process where it looks almost like over process HDR
And
like
Holly,
back in the day.
if you're going to make a mistake on sharpening, I think your mistake would be better to be not quite as sharp than it would be to be over sharp.
Yeah.
So when you're moving that amount slider, if you think, I think this should be an 80, just think up 70.
and a lot
will
of
do.
times that glow is coming from pushing things like
Like
clarity
contrast
and
or
clarity.
clarity, yep.
Yeah, it's more about pushing the photo too far.
Yep,
Opening up the shadows too much, all that stuff.
Yep, other things will create that problem.
Yeah.
It's time for us to take a short
Yep.
break. When we come back, let's see. We have more stuff.
More
we have a whole bunch
images.
more images to look at, and then the nods at the end. We're just going to look at some very nice images that were submitted this week. Stick around. We'll
there's
be
the
right
jib.
back.
Jib's moving. It's
There goes the
grooving.
Dobson.
Think your iPhone is just a phone? Think again. Join the KelbyOne iPhone conference and unlock the full power of your camera right in your pocket. From pro-level shooting techniques to jaw-dropping edits. Our top industry experts will show you how to turn ordinary shots into stunning masterpieces. 2 days. World-class instructors. Endless creativity. Don't just take pictures. Make art. Join today.
Hey guys, Kirk Nelson here from the Pixel Pro Photography. I'm back down here at KelbyOne Studios, and I've got a great course lined up for you this time. We are talking about killer tips and tricks updated for 2025 in the beta version of Photoshop. We are going to dig into the newest features, the ones that work really, really well, and it's going to change the way you approach design. Ones that kind of work, are still in development, but are a lot of fun to kick the tires of. We're going to dig into the AI craziness that's been taking it over and talk about all the generative technology that's within the program now. We're going to have a ton of fun with these. You're going to learn a lot, and we're going to really explore areas of the program that you probably haven't seen before. Only at KelbyOne.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
Hey, we're back, Scott and Eric, and we're looking at your images today. And let's look at these.
More.
Here's some more. That's nice.
That's nice, yeah.
I'm not crazy about the reflection because it's a little distracting, but it's well done. I love that. I love that detail and all the dirt and stuff on it. I really like that. It's so nice and crisp and beautiful.
That's cool.
Beautiful rainy bird, I think. Snowy bird. No, snowy bird.
Yeah.
Snowy bird. Yeah, these are all great. That was easy.
Easy.
Nice. Wow. Boom.
Easy enough.
Boom. Done. How about this one?
I don't know.
Okay. So what's happening to this photographer is something that's very, very common. They're looking at the reflection and going, wow, that's a beautiful
cool
glassy
reflection.
reflection of a really ugly scene. There's a big crane on the left.
There's a picture in there.
There is a picture inside of there, but it's not the one we're looking at.
there.
Right there.
Right
That's
in the
exactly
center.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Now, if
There's
you
a picture in
could,
there.
and I think actually you might be able to get away with a vertical here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to go
And we
got
got
to
to come in tight.
Because that's what I think you're seeing.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it's just nothing.
meh. So even that,
Even
I mean,
that,
it's better. It's better than what we saw,
It
but
is better.
it's not good. But this is very, very, this happens to photographers. You're looking at the reflection, you're going, ooh, people like reflections. There's a reflection shot. But it's just an ugly scene. It's just,
with
this
like
is
a crane over to the
the
side
crane
there.
and like a
I don't
Holiday
even know
Inn.
what
I don't,
that
it's
is.
not, Same thing here, right? You like the reflection. It's a very pretty reflection of an ugly scene. You're reflecting ugliness onto the water.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
There's
there.
nothing here. There's not
Nothing
even
in
the
there.
subject. I don't even know where to look. This one is far and away the best.
That's
You have
the
the
best.
nice. I like the hilltop and I like the light coming in the background. This one,
Because it's drawing you to this town too.
yeah.
That little.
And I think I would
castle
open. I
thing.
think I'd brighten up the town a little bit. But
Yeah.
but this one, I really do like these two. Meh.
Yeah, I'd throw away those
Yeah,
other two.
trash them. They're just this happens so often. All right, it's kind of a cool shot.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like the blue toning on it. It's very cool. And the
Intentional blue toning.
intentional blue toning,
Yes,
not like
not
whoops,
just the
my light.
photo's
but-
blue.
Yeah, no, this is a black and white photo that has a blue tint
tone,
added.
yeah.
We'll come back to that one. Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, I like that.
It's
That's
gorgeous.
cool.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
All right, let me go for the reasons why this is not good.
Oh crap!
All right, first we'll start off with you cut off the ski pole on the right. Number 2 is the expression on the skier's face is not good. Number 3, now you photographically, except for you cutting off the pole on the right, photographically, like you're in the right spot, you're down low, you're doing all of the stuff right. However, you have a guy who looks like he's at the hardware store. When you're shooting these ski shots, people at these resorts have the coolest outfits. He was not there that day where they gave out the cool outfits. So this is a guy in a jean jacket and pants. It doesn't look like he's not a racer. He's not racing.
He has the blank look.
He's got a blank look on his face. He doesn't have his goggles on. The goggles would have helped a lot. Yeah. It's like you did everything right, almost right photographically. I love the way you frozen the snow. Take the same technique of exactly what you did and go get someone wearing a really cool, colorful outfit. Yeah, because there's so many. Stay at the same place. You're in the right position. Just wait for it. I mean, this might be your friend. It might be your father's sister. I mean, it's not a sister. Father, brother, who knows? It could be a cousin, your best friend. Who knows who it is? So there might be an emotional attachment to you, like, oh, that's Bobby. But to me, it's like, So that's unfortunate because you have
that last one.
Obviously, a very good photographer. Good. I mean, that's a good photographer. It's not. All right, let's take a look here. I like that.
Yeah.
That looks like Banffy.
Yeah, it does look a bit like Banffy.
I love the one person walking across the frozen lake. That's Marina Towers in Chicago. I love the way there's like one car there.
One car, yeah.
I think this is a very good shot. I love how it's bright on the left, you know. It's like, I like that.
Very graphical.
Nah. Like, yay, no. Unfortunately, it's the driver is not giving you a.
It's the look, right?
It's not a good look. Yeah.
It's the same as the last one.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like he's the next sentence is, "You kids get off my lawn." He doesn't. It just doesn't have the, and it's not you, it's him. So, but obviously good photographer as well. Just needs some work there. Let's see what we have here. Oh, somebody's been to Cuba. I think this looks like Cuba. Mm-hmm. All right. That's not bad, but I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
You're not sure where to look.
Am I looking at the motorcycle? Am I looking at the old car? See, I think there's a stronger shot here, not showing the Rock Cafe, but showing positioning yourself to get the backlit bike and the car and something. I think there's a let me just kind of. You would need to stand over.
The problem is you'd have to move position.
Yeah, you'd have to move position. But I think there's something. Whoa, over here.
Yeah, that's what.
I need to unlock this. Oh, come on. I think there is something.
Just didn't unlock.
Didn't I hit unlock? See, I think there's something over here.
But you'd have to reposition.
That's moody, but you need to reposition yourself. But anyway, I think that's got potential. But all right, this one has got tremendous potential. However, you have split lighting on her face. If you'd have just had her look, instead of at the camera, a little to the left, you would have got a triangle of light on the other side of her face, and it would have made all the difference in the world. You would have killed it. This would have been a killer lit shot because the light is falling on her so perfectly, but her head is in the wrong position. This is where you need to ask her to look a little over to the left. Yeah, and get rid of that.
What is that?
Whatever that is.
That is.
Get rid of that. But I'm looking
the
at
lighting is, you're
the
right.
Split lighting is not.
But the quality of the light's really good.
The quality of the light is fantastic.
If you just turn about 10, 15 degrees.
Oh, yeah, just turn a little. You would have had a killer shot. So you were so close. And this one is great. I love this shot. So there's a boxing gym in Cuba that they will let you come in and shoot. This looks like it's done there. He looks like one of the trainers.
Yeah.
I love his expression. See, he's really giving you something. Yeah. Like he's giving you something. He looks like a cool guy.
Yeah.
And your post-processing's good. Your posts on all of them are good.
Yeah.
Good post, good post, good post. But I think that's the best shot by far. This
That's
one
a
is
tweak.
so close. Now, you might have one. You might have a shot where she's looking the other way a little bit. And I don't think you can open it up enough. I don't think you could do.
No, it's pretty dark in there.
I'm just going to try just to see. I know it's so dark in there. I don't think it's going to happen. But we're going to try anyway. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
There you go.
what? Now.
I mean,
Now we're close. Oh, yeah.
yeah, there's something
Now,
there.
what I think we do, though, Eric, is we take some of the skin tone out. Like we lower the saturation so she's not so yellow on that side. Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
That's better.
Yeah, and look on my screen. Don't look on the
Yep.
studio screen.
Yeah.
And then I think overall, we go back to the light and drop the highlights.
There you go.
And there's an unfortunate shadow from her hair right over her eye. I might work on that a little bit, go in there very carefully with the clone stamp tool and get rid of that. But she's got a great look, and I think opening up
Well,
that eye.
Can you see the before and after? Or side by
Yeah, let's
side?
look the side by side here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think there's something there. I didn't think it would save it, but it did. So now it's not that little triangle of light that we were hoping for right here. You can see it would be there, and we could steal a little bit more. Let me go to mask 1 here. Hold on. And see if we can maybe, we're pushing it here. Open a little more light over there. Oh, I'm telling you, there's a shot in there. And you also might just drop a little softening to the whole image. Now, I'll just cheat, just duplicate the layer, add a big Gaussian blur, 50 pixels or something, and then drop it to 20%. So the whole scene looks a little softer, and the light doesn't see. It's a little edgy. Just a little bit of blur in there, just kind of soften it up. Maybe 20 might be
like a dreamy
maybe
kinda
15.
look.
Yeah, drop it to 15 maybe. You don't really want to see it very much. Just take the edge off. Anyway, photographically, great job. Great job.
Yeah.
Let me.
Hey, we got to take a break.
Is it break time
It
already?
is break time.
All right.
So
Let's
we'll take
take
a
one.
break, and we'll be back from
We got
more images.
Oh, yeah, we got lots more images.
And there goes the jib. It's working its magic. It's going
Look,
up.
it's smooth.
Up.
No
It's-
cut off heads.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
It's good stuff.
he's the most improved jib master.
Hey everybody, Erik Kuna here with a new class for KelbyOne.com about illuminating light painting. We're going to go all into what you need to know to really master this different type of light painting where we're using studio light out in the field. So we're using tripods, we're putting our lights on light stands, we're putting them in different environments, and we're doing all that like we have here so we can get a shot like this. We're gonna go through 1 light setups, 2 light setups, 3 light setups, a bunch of light setups. We'll be able to light complex scenes, simple scenes like you see behind me, with say the moon right behind it. So we'll have all those different elements in the class. From the beginning, all the way through what you need to know, you're gonna master how to use light painting as a tool to tell that story with light at night. So come join me and the moon in my new class on KelbyOne.com.
If you're like me, and I'm betting you are, you love Lightroom tips. I love them. I love those little things that make you faster and more efficient and more productive. I mean, that's why I run the website lightroomkillertips.com. Well, if you like this type of stuff, I got a brand new class where I've got 25 of my all-time favorite Lightroom tips. I got some brand new ones you've probably never seen before. I've got some ones that you you remembered from years ago and you forgot about. I got some new twists. There's just so much stuff. We're going to have a great time together. So come and check out my brand new class with 25 of my all-time favorite Lightroom tips, and it's exclusively here at KelbyOne.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
Here we are.
We're back, Scott and Eric, and we got some great images here. Take a look at these. Woo, nice. Look at that shot. Look at that. Look at that.
I like that.
I might crop that one a little closer.
Yeah, get a little tighter.
Yeah, because, I mean, this is all about the owl. It's not really, so much. I think you could crop in closer to make it more dynamic. That's really great. A couple of hawks fighting. However,
it's a little blue.
This is a little blue. This is the blue eagles.
Because they're sitting in the shadows.
They're sitting in the shadows. So just go over to color. Let's move towards yellow. Oh, now they're white.
Warm.
Let's take a look side by side. Come on,
even
people.
Even the background. You saw the background.
Even the background, yeah.
It just looks more lifelike.
You got such a great shot there. The colors should be right. And now you could say, but I like the blue. Okay. It's wrong, but you can like it.
I like the one on the right better.
Yeah. But great, beautiful photos. Like really
Just
nothing to critique except for that color. Yeah, crop in that one. Just that's being picky. All right. All right, can I tell you something about these?
Yes.
All right.
Tell me.
Here's what I'm thinking. This is a very meticulous set. Like, look how well done that is.
Detailed.
The detail is great. Look over here. Look how detailed this is. You got an old computer in the background. You got stereo equipment. You've got Halloween stuff. And you've got, all this different, you got a keyboard and then like a Mac Plus on the right. I mean, the detail that's in these two backgrounds is phenomenal.
Yeah, the scene.
But they look weird. They just do. And I have a theory why I think they look weird. She looks absolutely nothing like a DJ. She looks like a secretary at a law firm from an 80s, like LA Law. And she's sitting at the turntable. She's lit very well and looks completely out of place in this scene. So much so that I think it throws off the whole scene. I mean, look at her. She does not look like, she looks like Valerie Bertinelli from that show. Or one of the girls that Seinfeld dated on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
She just, and
I see what you're saying there.
Then over here you got the guy. I guess he's from Mike Myers, which is just, and I see what you're doing, Killer Queen and all that kind of.
Yeah.
It's just a weird juxtaposition.
You got the Halloween behind it.
It's just, and you're thinking, that's the whole idea behind it. Is that you have Mike Myers, but he's in the studio recording.
But it doesn't have the lighting is fine, but the lighting does not convey the mood that you're trying to convey. It doesn't have that dramatic
middle of the afternoon loft. Yeah, I don't know.
This is the time to use uplighting.
You've done such a great job with the sets, and I think both of your subjects aren't making it.
Well, and that one,
the lighting's not great on your subject here either.
That one could be spiced up. And then
last one, is it just me or does it look too crunchy?
It's a little crunchy, but that's also because you're lighting an alien, which that aliens have that very kind of like detailed, but it
But
is
you
crunchy.
You can't see his face, which is the thing you really want to see because he's got a nasty face. I don't know. It's bad because there's so much work put into these shots. Like there is a level of detail that is so admirable. Like the way the light is shining through, and you got the starburst.
I like the lighting on that one the best.
Yes, hands down.
And I just think that what you're saying is just open it up a little bit more to give it more presence.
But you're obviously, and I hate to say all this, ridiculously talented at 90% of this. But and I don't know. Maybe you're like Scott. The whole thing was I wanted to put somebody there that doesn't look like a DJ. And so what is the? It says Dane over there. I'm trying to figure out if there's some kind of tie in here.
Yeah, I can't see it.
I don't know. I can't see it. So whatever it is, it's Adrian Barbeau as a DJ. I want to like him. I want to like him so bad because the level of work you put into these is insane.
I think it needs more. All these. Well, the last one has a little bit what I was looking for. Is like more an effect, or you got some atmosphere. Has some life to it, not really, but like something to it. The first two are kind of flat.
Yeah, they're flat.
Even though the lighting is like that one, the lighting's definitely flat. The lighting is good on this, but it's still flat. It doesn't have an effect. It doesn't have a look.
I'm sorry because I feel bad because obviously there's so much work put into these, and
I think you're close though.
Someone's head is probably exploding.
If you like tweaked it.
All right, let's take a look here. Dead trees. Uh-oh.
This is not looking good.
Oh, a dead tree pano.
This is not looking good. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You went 0 for 3 on this one.
Yeah, you went 0 for 3 on these. So this is some dead trees, a person walking kind of in one of the dead trees. There's a stick in the front. There's an ugly looking bush. The sky's kind of funky.
Yeah, there's no subject. There's no
subject. This is just a
thing
longer
here. It's
version
like,
of nothing.
I just created a pano. I mean, yeah, you were probably out there and you were like, look it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful night, yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And this one is the most potential of the 3, but I'm not quite sure
where am I looking? Where am I looking?
Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm looking.
What am I looking at?
It's
yeah, it's just like it's a close up of like the tree plant and you might be seeing something that we're not seeing. Like this is a very rare species. Like we don't see it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing any of this.
Hey, you got a couple of people saying hi. Tina's saying hi from Lincoln City, Oregon. Somebody
Kelly
there.
Jones saying
Kelly
hi
Jones.
for all the way from sunny Belize.
Kelly Jones. KelbyOne instructor.
James saying hi from Phoenix.
Kelby Jones.
Jesse.
Kelly Jones.
Jesse saying hi from Western Wisconsin, which if you want to look at the toy photography one,
Go
look
see
at Jesse's stuff. That's what I was talking about. Like Jesse has
Fire Eyes.
has a look. He has a toning. You're like so close. Like,
yeah,
you're really so close, but you just need an extra oomph.
Jerry says, good morning, Grid Nation from a sunny Tacoma, Washington. It's a great day to learn what we're doing right or wrong. Yeah. Well, there's a mixed bag, right? There's some really good stuff, and there's
I'm sorry about that one.
I'm sorry,
there's nothing I can really say.
Oh, here's some right. We got a jelly. Nice jelly. Oh,
ooh,
nice.
Nice.
That's what, a gecko?
Is it a little blue? Maybe.
It could be, but I think it works here.
It works.
Because the rest is so nice and green, and, it looks like, it almost looks like there's some light, like, peeking through. I really like this one. Ooh, okay, wait. So this is the Bridge of Sighs in Venice. And I think we can fix this. This is a light balance problem, right? It's taken in the middle of the day, which that's okay, for this kind of shot. But let's fix this. First off, I think we got to do something about this wall. You might be able to just bring the highlights back, but I'll show you a trick for daylight shots that can tend to work. Let's go and first lower the highlights. Look, that took some of the edge off. So watch this. Watch the wall on the left. Right? It took some of that.
Like the burning.
Yeah, and you brought
your eye goes to the left of the frame.
Right. Now, the other thing that you could do is you could probably, I'm thinking you're going to have to brush this in, but let's go get a brush, and let's just say brush. Oh, it's not brush. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Here we go. Let's lower the exposure and the highlights a little bit and just paint over this wall with a big brush. Now that's not the right exposure. That looks, that's too dark. So let's just take a little of the heat off. In fact, what you might do instead of doing that, here's the trick. Go to the blacks and lower the blacks a lot. So watch what that does. For daylight shots, that tends to work pretty well. So let me show you the difference here just with that, watch. See, it was still pretty bright, but lowering the blacks, which adds black. I shouldn't say lowering the blacks. You're adding more black. You're dragging to the left to -100. But look at how it takes the heat off. But then here's the thing that's going to fix this. Add another mask with a brush. Go and brighten it up a stop and paint over this side of the canal. Because what is this shot about? It's about
Those
this
people on the boat. Yeah.
coming down to the Bridge of Sighs. Right there. That's it. Now, let's put them side by side and you'll see what I mean. See how dark that gondola was on the left? And see how bright, like your eyes are drawn to something you don't really want them looking at. Now, if you really wanted to create some balance, I guess you could go and add another brush and paint with the exposure up on this side to just really balance the light. That's too much, but hold on, give me a second to pull it back to something more reasonable. Now it's a little more balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I
But now your eye is going to the
Yeah.
gondola rather than going to the
Yep.
left wall.
But really, overall, these two are outstanding, and that
Yeah.
one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of tweakage. All right,
good
just a
stuff.
few more before we get to the nods. Ooh, look at these. Oh, now that's a nice flamingo. Look at the colors, beautiful.
That's
Oh, I
cool.
love that with the
I like
light.
that.
Oh, that's nice. And that's nice.
cute.
A little hot on the right side, maybe a little bit. That's minor. That's really good. These are great.
Yeah,
I like that they all look. There's a theme to them. Those are
job.
quite good. All right, let's see what we have here. Some portraits.
Interesting.
That's a. He didn't ask for me for a model release
Yeah,
when I did this.
self-portrait there.
Self-portrait.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's nice. That's cleverly done. Right? We're her in the
Yeah.
frame, looking the other way. That's nice. That's really
I like
well
them.
lit and well
I like
done.
them.
And this is a very different, like, she's like smoking. Like there's smoke coming off of her.
Yeah, I like it. The only, I mean,
I
her
like it.
elbow's a little bright. you
Yeah,
know.
elbow's a little bright. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Now, this is, I think, an intentional low contrast shot
Yeah.
versus a very, very high contrast, and the other two are very
Well,
high
I mean,
contrast.
That one high contrast, when you got that six pack, you're going to use the high contrast.
Well, thank you, Eric.
I know, right?
All right, but those are good, very good. And the photographer is trying to do cool stuff, and they're pulling it off. Ooh, now look at these. All right, we got Florence from way up on the, looks like on the Duomo.
I like that.
That's nice. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. I like that quite. I wonder where that is. If you're out there, and
Yeah.
it could be Florence, but I don't
Tell me where that
recognize it.
is.
Tell me where that is, because I'll be in
That's
Italy
cool.
in just a little bit. I
is
really
neat.
do like that. That's terrific.
Good balance.
Oh, look at this with David. Hey, that's
Hey.
like what is her class? We have
Yeah,
a class on
a vertical
KelbyOne.
pano.
What are they called? Vertigraphs?
Well, but a vertical panel.
It's a vertical panel.
Vetrorama or
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
it. Yeah.
Something vertical orama.
We have a class on this, and I think that's what they did here.
Yeah, it
And
looks
that,
like
well,
what
I
they did.
rocked it.
It works.
And that's David there, right there. And it's,
you know what I love about that is we've seen so many shots of that.
oh yeah, but
that's so
this
different.
is really good. This, I'm loving this. I love it. I'm loving it. Great job. Don't forget, if you're out there, let us know where
Yeah,
that
where
is.
That was.
All right, we got a couple more, then we'll take a break, and then we'll come back for the last 20. All right, nice shot, very flat looking. Just looks very flat.
You could post
All right.
that up.
Looks like that's one of the Cinque Terres or
Yeah, Italy.
Italy. Also Italy. No, it looks like the Netherlands maybe. And that looks, could be anywhere.
Yeah.
They're just flat. This one especially.
Yeah.
It looks just, I think it just, even just contrast looks like it would help it. Make the colors a little more punchy. Yeah, it just looks flat overall. You see what I mean? Look on the one on the left. It just looks flat. It just needed a lot of contrast. And that's what I did. I increased the contrast a bunch. I increased the shadows so you could kind of see it got a little dark up here. I increased the whites and lowered the blacks. And all of those things just add contrast. So that one's an easy fix. This one is kind of just that meh shot. It's like, all right.
About the other two. Yeah, this one and this one are kind of like,
This one I don't dislike. I think it's kind of interesting. It's got a little house on the hill and a nice little boat. You could clean up like stuff like this floater and this kind of stuff, like clean up some of the garbage. Nice home back there. It's Erik's house. That's I think a little bit of work. Not bad. Not killing it, but not bad. All right. Oh, now look at this nice shot. Like somebody staged that. Looks like a Valentine's with the red thing and the pies, and that's very nicely
like quality done. Of like like a restaurant or
beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Where did we? What just happened?
This isn't terrible.
But it's like it's totally not the quality of the last one.
Yeah, the last one was like you're shooting for a restaurant. And that's okay.
It's okay.
Oh no!
And then that's like do the first.
Yeah,
thing.
Do this.
Do a lot of that.
Do a lot of that because you're really, really
Keep
good
on
at
doing
that.
forever.
Don't do this at all. I mean, let's look why. Number one, it's cropped very close, so the whole image feels claustrophobic. Number two, you have a huge white glow around the building. You don't only have a white big glow, you have a very thin white line around the building. Number three, look at the ugly fence in the front. It's just not a good looking building. There's like nothing good happening here. I don't know. This is not good. It's just not good. This
is the award for.
This is okay. This is phenomenal.
Like biggest difference.
Yeah, like this is so nicely done. The lighting's right. Your angle's right. The staging's right.
No, people would pay you to do that.
Yes, people would pay you to do this. Do more of this.
The other stuff, no.
Yeah. All right.
That's beautiful. That was beautiful.
18. Let's number 19. Oh, now look at this. Oh, that looks like the ceiling of perhaps St. Paul's in London. I could be wrong. What I would do here is I would just make the center of that dome bright. This is an easy fix. Just go in here.
So you want to draw the eye up there.
I mean, you can use the radial gradient. It's probably the right way to do it. Probably pop it right in there, but not as big as I made it. Make sure your feather's up nice and high, and just pull out the detail in that dome. Let me open up. We'll pull back highlights and we'll open
I like
up.
that. Now your eyes getting.
Yeah, I think the radial
right
gradient has to come out a little bit more because it's a little too tight because of the feather. There we go. That's better because you want really the middle of this thing kind of brightened.
I like that.
Yeah, and if you look at the difference, see how dark it was? Like it needs to, because that's where you're looking.
That's
you're
where
looking
you want the
right
focal
in the
point.
middle.
Because the four pillars are pointing to the middle.
Yeah, everything's aimed towards the
Everything's
middle.
the middle, and then you want that to be the
But it's
brightest
a great
spot.
shot. I think his shot's great. Oh, this is nice. So you got London's Tower Bridge with the shard behind it, and this. I think what you would need to do is just bring this statue out a little bit.
Yeah,
so go to the masking tool and get the object select tool, and put a rectangle around the statue, and then just open it up just a little. Maybe something like that. Just open it enough. But it's nice. There is one weird thing, I think, and it's a perspective issue. which I think what you need to do is let's duplicate the layer and just pull this out a little.
Yeah.
And then maybe so the tower bridge doesn't look like it's leaning. Something more like that. So let me show you before and after here. That's why I put it on its own layer. See how it was kind of weird?
Yeah, it's kind of tilting, just weird.
Yeah. It was just kind of a perspective issue. Mm-hmm. But minor fix, but I think it would help. I think you also need to kind of pull this corner down a little bit. And if you're wondering, how do you know which corner and stuff to pull? It's like white balance. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and it'll jump out at you. At first, it doesn't. It takes a while. I used to think, how do people know what to pull, you know? But that's what happens. The more you do it, the more you correct for it. Yeah, that was kind of off, the whole thing. Look at the perspective.
Yeah.
Ah, that's better.
Yeah, it just feels better.
But that's pretty nice. And then I think there was one more picture, was there?
Yeah.
Woo, look at that.
That's neat.
I got to know where this is. Well, this is a reflection, a glass reflection.
Yeah.
You got to tell me where this is. If you're watching, you got to let me know where this is. I love
Can you
this.
zoom into the middle? Like,
Yeah,
what
those
is
are
down
statues.
there?
That's what's weird. Like
Yeah.
they're old statues or something.
That is
that
neat.
looks like a movie set.
Yeah,
And
I want to
love
know where
the
that
glass
is.
reflection. I want to know where that is.
Yeah, the reflections are statues.
If
too,
it-
or like a, or no, that's a staircase. Like
Yeah.
or like not a staircase. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
a ledge.
banister.
Yeah,
All
banister.
right.
There. You go.
So I'm going to be in London next week.
Where is
in
that?
9 days
Where is that?
for the photography show. So there's
That
that.
is
By the
neat.
way, I will be teaching at the photography show in London at the XL. The first time the show is in London. It's a huge show that's always been in Birmingham, and it's moving to London. And if you're a pro, you can apply for it and get your ticket for free. And if not, it's very inexpensive. Just go to thephotography.show.com. Or I think it's just photographyshow.com. And I'm speaking all over the place. My goodness. So I'm speaking 2 times for Adobe. I'm speaking for of course, the photography show. I'm doing classes on all kinds of stuff. I'm doing Lightroom stuff. I'm doing Photoshop stuff. I'm leading a photo walk. I'm on a panel about AI. Hey, there, it's me right there.
Oh, look at that. The director
hey, look
of
at that.
Travel Photography Vibes and Subway Sandwich Artist.
And Subway Sandwich Artist. Let's go.
Love it.
They said put something funny there, and I'm like the only one that did it.
Yeah, only one who did it, right?
Subway Sandwich Artist. People are like, is he really a Subway Sandwich Artist? Well, all right. What else?
Well, hey, the other thing is we've got
I'm doing a book signing too.
the honorable not the honorable mention.
Yeah,
it's the-
we have one last break.
We got a break.
We're going to take one last break, and when we come back, we're going to do our giveaways, and we're going to look at our nods, which are like 20-ish just good photos that people turned in, and that'll wrap us up for today. So stick around for the nods and the giveaways. We'll be right back after this.
Hey guys, I'm Karen Hutton and welcome to my class about Zion National Park. This park is absolutely gorgeous and it makes me so excited to be part of the greater National Park series that KelbyOne is doing. Zion National Park to me is really special. I've been here many times. Throughout this class you're going to see footage of me and scenery from other trips, because I really wanted to give you a full experience of the place over time and different conditions and so on and so forth. Zion is really a big, big park, and you're going to want a car. We'll talk about other ways of traveling through it. But just as an overview, I think of Zion in 4 sections. One is Kolob Canyons, there's Kolob Terrace, then there's the Scenic Canyon on the beginning, the east side, and then the actual east side on the farthest other side of the park. So buckle up, we're going to cover all the areas and some of the specialities that each one has to offer, some of the things to be careful about, to be prepared for. We're going to talk about gear, we're going to talk about all kinds of things. So come join me on my latest epic class on KelbyOne.com.
Erik Kuna here with KelbyOne, and I'm here at Death Valley, California, at Death Valley National Park for a new class in our National Park series over at KelbyOne, where we're teaching you all about what you need to know to master photography at the national parks. And in this class, we're going to focus on Death Valley. I love Death Valley because it's such a diverse landscape. When you first look at it, you first get here, you might think, hey, it's not that different. But as you start to see the different environments, like here we're at the sand dunes, we're over at the salt flats, we're at overlooks, we're at Badlands, we're at colorful artist palette. We've got all these different things that you're gonna see and be able to capture as a photographer and know how to make the most out of Death Valley. Join me at my new class on KelbyOne, Photographer's Guide to Death Valley.
This segment of the grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
And we're back.
And we're back. Let's give our giveaways first.
Yeah, so we've got Butch Schaefer is winning your Crush to Composition book. Marcella is winning the iPhone photography book. Susan Copas is winning the On One No Noise. Ken Golly is winning the V flat. And then Half Pint is winning the Platypod handle.
Nice.
So just email us over at gridprize@kelbyone.com. We'll verify information and then send you out that prize. Just try to do that by this Friday, please.
And that address is gridprize, one word, at kelbyone.com. All right, let's take a look real quick at some, let me
great
hold on.
shots.
Yeah, here we go. We can start on this one, it's fine. That's a cool shot.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
For a concert
I love the bass player's look on the left.
Yeah.
Like everybody's kind of engaged and she's looking at him and he's got kind of like a smirk. I kind of like that. Oh,
that's cool.
Moose love or elk love or something
Definitely
else.
Not a moose, but
It's not a moose.
I think it's a
elk?
elk.
Elks.
Or elk or reindeer.
Reindeer in love.
I think it's elk.
Look how nice though. Nice
That's
and
cool.
subtle, right?
And look at the
bird in the background moving.
The bug coming in over there.
Oh, is that what that is?
I think so.
Dinner time.
Dinner time. Ooh, that's
Isn't
nice.
that pretty? Yeah, I tell you. Look at that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Isn't that nice?
I love the position of the wing.
So these are nods. These are all just good shots.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
nice.
a good macro.
Nice. Little backlit horsey. Nice long exposure with the pylons and stuff. That's a nicely done night shot. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I guess what is that? Sap or honey? No, it's not honey.
Sap.
Sap. That's really, that must have been easy to capture. Look at this one.
Ooh, I love that.
Got a little motion. Now you're playing to Eric's
Yes.
thing. He loves motion
Love it.
on the airplane shots.
Yeah, it looks like it's actually flying.
Looks like it's flying. Look at this one. Look at that wave crashing up.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Right? It's an interesting black and white too.
I like the position of the wave within the lighthouse
Yes.
and then the mist. It's like everything's going.
Yeah, I love it. Look at this one. Talk about a nice crisp shot. Now, if it were me, I might get rid of that branch.
Yeah,
on
the
left,
branches.
but
Yeah.
beautiful shot. And it's hard to make a good helicopter shot, but this is nice and crisp. You've got movement in the rotors.
Rotors, yeah.
Very nice. Look at this one. Wow. Cardinal, right?
Crisp.
And he's got some chow. That's nice,
I like that.
right? This one has too much headroom, right? Too much space above the head if it wasn't like a magazine cover. But look at the nice lighting on this one. Very nice lighting and well executed. We're back here. Let me make sure. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Just give me 1 second. If you can, let me just make sure I didn't miss any.
No, you got them all.
Did I get them all?
Yeah. Went all the way through.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Sweet.
All right, kids.
Well, there we go.
Hey, call you kids. All right. So next week we are not on the grid because of the iPhone Photography Conference. So go sign up for the iPhone Photography Conference. We'll all be together next week. So that's kicks off on Monday with some pre-conference sessions, and then the conference runs Tuesday and Wednesday. I got some killer classes for you. Killer! It's in 6 days. Now, if you know somebody who would benefit from this, please let them know about it. It's at KelbyOneLive.com. You go right there, and there it is. And they can sign up now and save $150. If they wait till the last minute, it'll cost $150 more.
Because we all know photography is better together.
Together,
so the more
it
people
sure
you can
is.
get into it,
Yeah.
more people you have to shoot. with
And you will love it. You will absolutely love it. There's so many great. It's just amazing what you. And that's one of my photos there, right there. Mm-hmm. That's in Porto. Porto, I tell you, Porto. And I'll be in Porto this year. Did you know I'm going to be in Porto?
I did not know that.
My wife and I are taking a cruise in October, and we're going to go to Lisbon.
And you're
we're
going to
gonna meet
Porto
up.
and Porto?
We're going to Porto and Porto, and we're going to hook up with some Cheeky Nando.
There you go.
And enjoy a little Portugal. We'll get some Portuguese stew.
I don't know about that.
That stuff's good. All right. What else do we have? Seems like there was something else. We have the iPhone Photography Conference. We have the photography show we
What was
talked
that?
about.
Christina had something. iPhone conference. We talked about
Yeah,
that.
we talked about the iPhone conference. And that's about it.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. Oh, here's what I want to tell you. So in 2 weeks, I'm hoping to have Karen Grillian on. So I don't know if you guys remember, we did an episode of The Grid where we said we're going
Dream
to
shoots, yeah.
fulfill somebody's dream shoot. And so we wound up doing two. Eric did one and I did the other. And Karen's was she'd always dreamed to visit Cuba. So we wound up flying her from Chicago down to, I think, Fort Lauderdale, and from Fort Lauderdale to Cuba. I hooked her up with the same guides that I used. I find the guys at Chino and Alfonso, great guides in Cuba, just fantastic.
She got awesome shots, too.
She got a great hotel. We got her hotel. We got her airfare. We paid for everything. We hired the guides. We paid the guides, the whole 9 yards. We got it all done. And she had an amazing trip. She wrote me an email, and she was just like, it was everything I hoped it would be.
Yeah, I've seen her images.
And so what I'm going to hope to is we can get Karen on the show 2 weeks from now and have her as a guest and show her images from the trip. But it was great that we were able to pull that off. And she just, man, her email to me was over the top about these. She went with her husband. And she just could not say enough about Alfonso, who was our main guide, and Chino is his buddy, and same guides we had when we were down there. And those guys are great. They are just they're awesome. And she had lots of good food.
There you go.
Saw lots of old cars. So that's hopefully in 2 weeks we'll be able to get Karen on for at least a segment or so.
Awesome.
All right, guys, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Thanks to our crew here, all of our sponsors. Thanks to Dobson for doing a smooth move on that. Look at that.
Look
it
at
makes
that.
you want to
So
cry.
smooth.
He's grown so much. I remember when he was just a little
Now
boy.
the thing will be is if Jason holds it too long and then it kind of like falls apart.
Yeah, because at the very end, look at the smoothness of it. I mean, Juan is probably someplace with tears in his eyes right now going, I showed him that.
I mean,
I taught him the chip.
And you know what's hard? It looks... It would look a lot easier than it is.
Yeah, it's
very
complicated
hard.
because there's multiple axes that have to move,
Yeah.
but it doesn't get much better than
He's
that.
thinking right now, like, when are we going to
When are we going to cut
out?
And he's saying on his headphone, Jason's like, nope.
No.
Nope.